For years, if you wanted to trade Bitcoin perpetual futures, you had to go offshore. Binance, Bybit, Hyperliquid, because in America there was no real CFTC regulation version. But now, that has changed. Kalshi has launched CFTC-regulated Bitcoin perpetual future in the US. Coinbase is evolved, and CME, the biggest future exchange in America, is now using the CFTC. In this video, I'll explain what Kalshi is, what perpetual future are, why this launch is important, and why CME is fighting back, and what this could mean for Bitcoin, crypto traders, and Wall Street. Let's dive in. First, what is Kalshi? Kalshi is the US regulated exchange. It is not a normal crypto exchange like Binance or Coinbase. Kalshi started as a prediction market. That means people can trade on real-world events. For example, what will happen with inflation, what will happen with interest rates, or what will happen in politics and market. But now Kalshi is moving deeper into crypto trading. And this is why people are paying attention, because Kalshi is regulated by the CFTC. The CFTC is the US regulator that oversees futures and derivatives market. So when Kalshi launches a product, it is not the same as an offshore exchange launching something with no US oversight. This is happening inside the regulated US financial system. And that is the big difference. Now you ask me, what are perpetual futures? The name sounds complicated, but the idea is simple. A normal future contract has an expiry date. It ends on a specific date, but a perpetual future does not have an expiry date. You can keep the trade open as long as you have enough money in your account to support it. So if a trader thinks Bitcoin will go up, they can go long. And if they think Bitcoin will go down, they will go short. And many traders use leverage as well. That means they can control a bigger position with a smaller amount of money. But this is where the risks comes in. Leverage can make profit bigger, but it can also make your losses faster. This is why perpetual futures are powerful, but also dangerous if you don't understand them. For years, perpetual futures were one of the biggest products in crypto. Billions and billions of dollars were traded on them. But most of that activity happens offshore, meaning outside the US, outside the normal regulated market. And after everything we saw in crypto, exchange collapses, frozen withdrawals, customer losing money, regulators became very careful. So for a long time, America did not really have a proper CFTC-regulated Bitcoin perpetual futures market. But on the 29th of May 2026, the CFTC approved Kalshi's Bitcoin perpetual futures contract. This contract is called BTCPERP. It tracks the spot price of Bitcoin, and the CFTC approved it as a future contract. That is why this is very important. Kalshi then announced that it became the first company in America history to offer perpetual futures contract fully regulated by the CFTC. And Coinbase also became part of this story because the CFTC gave Coinbase a path to give US investors access to regulated crypto perpetual futures through Deribit. Deribit is a crypto trading platform that is specialized in derivatives, especially options and perpetual futures. So this is not just one small crypto headline. This is a big move. It means one of the most popular crypto trading products is now entering the regulated US market. And this is where Wall Street starts paying attention. Because remember, institutions, they like regulations. A hedge fund can trade more easily when the rules are clear, and financial institutions can participate more comfortably when the product is regulated. And traders can move away from offshore platforms if they have illegal US options. This tells me the US market is maturing, and every time crypto gets better infrastructure, it helps adoption from both institutions and retail at the same time. By the way, if you are finding value in this video, please like and subscribe. I make crypto, Bitcoin, Web3 and market news simple, so you understand what is happening without all the complicated language. Now let's get back to it. Not everyone is happy about this. CME Group is using the CFTC. CME is the biggest future exchange in America. They are a giant in traditional finance, and they are not happy that Kalshi and Coinbase are being allowed to offer these perpetual futures products. CME argues that these contracts should not be treated as normal futures. They say they should be treated more like swaps under Dodd-Frank rules. A swap is a financial contract where two sides exchange profit or losses based on the price of an asset without actually owning it. And Dodd-Frank is a US law introduced after the 2008 financial crisis that created much stricter rules for this type of contracts. And they want the court to overturn the CFTC's approval. They always do this, and that's why one of the reasons why important crypto legislations like the Clarity Act has taken longer to move forward. The CFTC does not agree. The regulators called CME's lawsuit frivolous. Basically, CME says this is about risk and regulation, but Kalshi and Coinbase says this is really about competition, because if new companies can offer perpetual futures in America, CME may lose some of the control, and that is why this story is much bigger than the product itself. This is about power. Who controls the future of crypto trading in America? The old financial giants or the new crypto native platforms? But we also have to be honest, perpetual futures are not for beginners. They are risky, especially if you are using leverage. A normal Bitcoin investor can buy Bitcoin and hold it. Simple. Even if the price goes up or down, they still own the Bitcoin. But with perpetual futures, if the trade moves against you, you can get liquidated. That means your position can be closed automatically and you can lose all your money. Now, perpetual future could change how Bitcoin is traded in America. So the real story is not only Kalshi. It is about crypto trading is becoming more regulated, more connected to Wall Street, and will this make the market safer, or will it bring bigger risk into the system? Let me know in the comment below, what do you think? My name is Lamia, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.